Hey Macy, this is your offline review. Lee Sin versus Kha'Zix. Let's hop right into it. Looks like we're clearing down this game. What's the top matchup? Makes sense. Top is Tahm Kench. So, um, makes makes sense to clear away from him. There's no reason to gank or play for Tahm Kench early game, right? I saw you did E-Star on red. I think that's unless my information's delayed. I think when people do E-Start, they usually start Raptors. If you're not doing if you're just starting red, I'm pretty sure Q should be faster. The only reason why people start E is because they do Raptor start, which is an AoE camp. That's just from my knowledge on how Lee Sin Clear has always been in the past. If you start a buff, people usually always start W or Q, and then if you start Raptors or Wolves, then people start E because obviously of the AoE. Unless for some reason that has somehow changed over the years, that should still be accurate, but not a big deal. Full cleared down. It's only a couple second difference anyways. Here we skip blue because we see that bot lane is pushing, so we want to play to punish there. Play to punish them. Ward hop, 2-man E, kill and flash. They both flash, get a kill, boom, and this should be double kill. So really good. Good map awareness. Good job noticing the bot when it was really hard pushing. So you come to punish them. Go back to your camps, recall, go to Krug, clear down again. I think so far everything's been perfect. You see tops fighting, so you walk over. Keep watching. You see how you just randomly click spacebar for some reason? Just keep walking and watching. Because if you keep watching and realize that the Kha'Zix is no longer chasing and Garen is out, you could just run straight to your Raptors. Because you could be. I think if you kept watching earlier and realized, oh shit, there's no more. My Garen is obviously safe. He's fine. Instead of being where you are, you could be here right now walking to Raptors. You have to understand. Right now you have a really big advantage on Kha'Zix. Because he has. Because wait, in a second you'll see. So because you both full clear down this game, right? This is how the game works. You both started your. He started blue, you started red. You both full clear down like this, right? That means normally when you're on Krugs, he's on Gromp, and then when you're on Raptors, he's on Wolves, and then when you're on Wolves, he's on Raptors, and when he's on Krugs, you're on Gromp. You guys are all synced like this, you see? Right now, when you're on Krugs, he's supposed to be on his Gromp, but right now you see he actually skipped it. He based, and he skipped his Gromp, and he's running straight top. So right now you actually have a huge advantage, because now, when you're on Raptors, he's on Gromp. When you're on Wolves, he's on Wolves. When you're on Gromp, he's just starting Raptors. So now, what does this mean? Now you have an opportunity to gank bot, and he can't counter gank you or match you. But normally, when you're on Gromp and he's on Krugs, he has the ability to counter gank. Instead of it being a 2v3, it'd be a 3v3. So right now, is you actually don't want to go top. Yes, if a fight breaks out and you have to save your Garen, you will go, right? But that's not something you want to do. You want to just you already have the reason why is you already have a guaranteed lead, right? You being bot side first means that's an advantage you possess. So when you already have an advantage, you want to keep that advantage. Right? If you go top and get nothing, and then go back to your camps, well, now you just lost that speed advantage. Another word is tempo advantage, you know? So I think you just need to be. I think no reason to click on yourself. Keep watching, keep watching. Once Garen's under tower, it's pretty obviously safe, and just immediately go to Raptors. You know, and I genuinely think if you did that, Raptors have already been killed, and you're already walking to Wolves. You know. And another cool thing is you could do is let's say these already been killed and you're here now. You know he's going back to his Gromp. And again, if your Wolves are up, that means you know his Raptors are up because you guys both clear down. So now you can actually go Raptors to his Raptors. Normally you can't do this because by the time you get there, he's already killed them or he's already on them. But in this case, when you're on his Raptors, he's just now like starting his Wolves. And you see how he's not going to be there in time to defend them. So you see how these different opportunities open up to you. You know, kill this guy. Second now, I think you should. And this is actually a perfect example. You see, he's literally not here in time. The second he shows up, he literally shows up as you kill them. And then keep in mind, this is also for the fact that you weren't as fast as you could have been. You could have been like 10 seconds faster. Plus, you were fighting him, so killing Lux. So imagine that you didn't waste that 10-second stop, and you weren't fighting Lux. You would have killed this camp like 15 seconds ago. Here he actually almost came in time to steal it, to take it. But in our world, when you still got it, this is still good. But I'm using this as a point to show you how speed and tempo advantage matters, and how it's not like luck based. You can be aware of this a minute ago when you see that you're on Krugs while he's ganking top lane. You know. And at this point, you should just leave because again, you've already got an advantage. There's no point to fight him. Um, this fight, I'm not saying this fight's a bad fight or a good fight. This fight is a good fight. Obviously, you have your mid laner; he doesn't have his. But it's more important that you just know that. A lot of times, the way analogy I like to use is imagine a street fight where you hit someone with two punches, and now you have an option: two punches and then just leave, or two punches and then walk into his punch, with the intention of getting more punches off. Meaning, like, would you rather get a 2 for 0, where you got two punches, he got 0, or rather get like a 3 for 2. Or technically now I have more punches, but I have the opportunity to get hit as well, right? Anytime you have like a guaranteed win, like a dub, which is already a dub you took as Raptors, he hasn't taken any of your camps, right? So you already are +2 camps. It's +2 because plus is +1 for you, -1 for him, so it's actually +2 camps. So anytime you're +2, I just think, why even risk fighting him? What if you guys overchase him? Luck shows up, maybe the support shows up, and then you're able to get punched back, you know? Obviously, in this case, it didn't happen. I'm just using this point as for the core concept, you know? Just leave. Good example, you stay around longer than you should, right? You get hit by Morgana Q, and you don't die or anything, but you have to use one of your ward hops, you get chunked to half HP, blah, 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 you know? Also, the longer you stay around, the slower you are on your camps, and I think I've already shown you how important it is to be fast on your camps, you know? This is Kha'Zix dies to your bot lane while doing Dragon. That's insane. You land the Q. Good job. This Morgana should die here. Ward hop, auto. I think you didn't have to ult there, but it's fine. Go to Dragon. Perfect. So far, this is an amazing early game. You're stronger than him. You got Dragon. You've ganked bot lane. I think now you just, after this grab, you should just base and play for your Eclipse. Perfect. You don't have Eclipse yet? Oh wait, you actually not. You don't have it yet, but it's fine. You buy all the components plus a pink core. That's great. I think here there's no reason not to buy an extra longsword. Actually, you might be like, it's fine. You could just do this and buy pink cord. I think I personally would buy pink cord plus an extra longsword because no matter what you build second, Sundered, Cleaver, Death Stance, there's no item in the game you're building second that doesn't have longsword. So even if you're sitting on an extra longsword right now, you see how you left base with 360 gold, which is perfect longsword money. Yes, you're delaying your Eclipse, but I think no matter what, Eclipse is 800 gold. No matter what, you're gonna base on 800 by the time you base again because of how strong you are. And I'd rather have the extra power. All right, sorry about that. I had my cat was put his head in the food bag, and I had to go stop him. Anyways, open the map now. Go to our camps. When you're this strong, anytime the game's in a winning state, which it is, it's 3-7, and you're winning because you're obviously way stronger. Your priority should be objectives, right? So we're playing for the grubs. This is good. Pull the grubs out. Kha'Zix walks in. We turn on him. Land a Q. Take the Q. Boom. E. Perfect. Go back to the grubs. Perfect, no complaints. This is all perfect. Get the crab, base for Eclipse. Clear down towards Dragon. Perfect, yeah. Again, you just want to play for objectives. What's the next objective is Dragon, so let me play for this Dragon. Do Gromp. You see Echo's fighting, so you get off your Gromp to come help him. Awesome. You look scared of this guy. You should be super confident. Like, you should be like Wing. Second you W here, boom, insta Q. Like, just he's walking in a straight line. He's not aware that you're here yet because you came from Fog of War, so he's not expecting you. Insta Q, insta take the Q. Here, so I always like to say, so the way League works is, like the psychology is, there's an invisible line on our body. You can't see it. And anytime someone clicks forward, it's called a forward click. What does a forward click entail? It's confidence, it's aggression, it's I win, it's I'm stronger, it's I want to fight. Any backclick is weakness, I'm weak, I don't want to fight, I think I'm weaker, I'm scared of fighting, I don't know who's going to win, blah, blah, blah. And this is just the law of League. You might not be thinking about it, but it's your subconscious, right? And here, you should already know you are insanely strong. You're level 8, he's level 7, he has no complete item, you have a full item, and components. You have flash, ult, all 6 spells up. You're full HP, literally completely full. You should be every click right now should be forward click. There should be zero you should be zero passiveness, zero hesitation. Just I'm stronger, I'm stronger, I'm stronger. Okay. And I say this because when I watch your clicks here, look at this. So this is you see how your mouse is already kind of behind your character, behind this line. So that's weird, right? Now you're like, okay, wait, I want to fight. And then you're like, I'm chasing, and then you see, boom, you throw your Q, and now you're looking at your mouse. You're clicking backwards. Why? Just Q again. Just run straight into him, you know? Q, you Q'd, and now, I think now you realize, now after taking the Q, you realize, oh shit, I'm stomping this guy. I think you realized halfway, but but this hesitation, if this Q missed, he would have lived because of this hesitation, right? And it's important that every single time you leave the base, or every single time you press tab right now. Every time you press tab, there should be information gathering moment, right? So when you run into a fight with someone, there is no question, do I win, do I lose? Because you have already thought of this previously, you already know the answer. Now after this, every single time you see, uh, sorry, um, every time you should do this information gathering right now. So when you see this person, you instantly know it's winning or losing. You don't have to like do the math. Ah, should I fight him? Should I not fight him? I'm not sure, right? You know what I mean? But so when you press tab and you see his items and his levels, you now know you're winning. So in here, there is no backwards click. There is no hesitation on taking the Q. You're just forward, 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 forward. Again, you killed him here, so it doesn't matter. But if he dodged this Q, you would have not been able to kill him, or you'd have to flash to kill him, and that would have been a direct result if you see those small backwards clicks you were doing at the beginning. Make sense? I love asking questions when I don't know. The person can't answer them. Makes sense. But anyways, do blue, do grub. I think now you should just immediately base. You have so much money. You could buy your item, buy pink ward. Nice. And again, now I ask you, what's the next objective? Next objective is Herald in minute 20. So what are we playing for? We're playing for Herald in minute 20. You know. Anytime you have a major lead, you should just be stacking objectives. Anytime you have a major lead, you want the games to end early. What's the easiest way to end games early? If you have 3 grubs, Herald, Soul at 22 minutes, Baron at 25 minutes, that's how you win games, you know? So we're playing for Herald. We can show up here. I think this is a bad combo. Like, the way you should combo this is you want to E, sure. Then now you want to throw Q. You want to Q, auto, ult. And then you're going to take this Q and this Q will kill, right? Look at his HP. I want you to imagine 2 Qs, right? One Q gets him from here to here. The second Q gets him from here to there. Maybe it's so either double Q either kills, or double Q gets him to like, let's say he's 484. Double Q does like 400 damage, let's say, and then he's 80 HP from dying, and that's obviously one auto or a smite plus auto, etc. Right? So this Q or Q should kill this guy, and then you'll just 1v1 the Tahm afterwards. And again, because we're pressing tab, we know we're stronger than Tahm. Even though he's up 2 levels, we're just our items are too strong, right? Even now, you see you can keep going. Like you took it, you can keep going. Like you're just so much stronger than these guys. You should be full confidence. And again, so same as before. I mean, actually not same as before. You knew you're stronger here. I think you just miscomboed. So a lot of times, at least I'm doing QRQ is like bread and butter. Like lots of times you'll find yourself queuing as Kozlik. I mean as Lee Sin. So anyway, this is still good. Get the kill. Go back to our camps. Perfect. I'm really glad you're not skipping camps too much. I do think here this is a mistake though. After this Raptors, I would play for the Herald. Your ult's back up, your flash is up, you're full HP. Again, we're playing objectives. If you were like 1 or 2 camps from Sunder, you can make an argument. Okay, I really want to just get my Sundered and then base and then play a Herald. But since you're not that close to it, well, you're 400 gold, which is close, but you have no. If you had 4 camps up, then 400 gold means I do my 4 camps at base. You only have 2 camps up, so you have no direct, obvious way to be able to get Sundered in the next like 30 seconds. So you should just, I'd have to, then you should just fight this Herald. I think giving this Herald to this Kha'Zix when you're 2 levels stronger, and you're obviously up, stronger in items, and you've seen every single fight you've had versus him, you're just murdering him. I just see no reason to give this guy an inch, right? Jinx dies, we're bot. Because you keep pressing your shop, to me it's really obvious you really want your item, which it is a big item, but again, it's not, you'll get it eventually. And here, this is also the same as before. You see how you use ult here? You should Q, then ult, and then, I mean, this guy dies to QQ, you know? And the thing, and your Q is guaranteed when, you can even, like, wait for the spell shield to expire, then RQQ. And obviously your Q is guaranteed to land because he's knocked out, but here you just gotta wait for the spell shield to expire. But yeah. I don't know. I just ran to fight. I don't know what we're fighting for right now. Are we gonna break this full HP bot tower? No. Are we planning to dive 2 full HP guys? Not sure. Doesn't sound like a very consistent plan to dive 2 full HP guys under tower, right? Um, you end up living, but just barely, right? And I'm pretty sure you have a huge shutdown. So if you die here, it's really bad. And now you also have no flash and Herald. Kazakh's got Herald. If I'm you, good. You want all the objectives, and again, I said earlier, but a really easy way to guarantee objectives is show up to the objective. It could be Herald, it could be Dragon, it could be Baron. Show up to the objective with full HP, all your money spent, flash up, ult up. That's called having good conditions or perfect conditions. And the better conditions you have, the more influence and control you have over objective fights. And here, and back to what I was saying, when you're this fed, the game is 5-13. The game's going well. You already have 3 grubs. You got 2 dragons. This is third dragon. If you get third dragon at 17:30, that means the fourth dragon spawns at 22:30, and that means you have a 23-minute soul. And 23-minute soul makes it so games will not go to 33-minute mark. So here you're like playing to go top for some reason, and now you realize you don't want to. But again, you should already have control. You should be, instead of again this 15 seconds of time you're wasting walking left and right, you should be already on raptors, killing raptors. And now you should be just sitting in this river for the next 30 seconds and just wait. And if no one walks in, that's gonna mean you have control. And if someone walks in, you're just murdering them, right? So I see no reason to be doing camps right now. You're not close to level 12. You're not basing before this dragon, obviously. So the gold you're getting is worthless because gold only matters if you're getting items off it, and there's no way you're basing when dragon's up, right? So the gold you're getting doesn't do anything. The XP doesn't do anything. More importantly, I want to be in this river, controlling vision, starting the dragon. I don't want them to have vision control. Why do I want to walk into them? I want them to walk into me, you know? And in this case, you see a perfect example. You try to walk in, and boom, you're undodgeable skill shots because you don't see them coming at you. And then they just end up one-shotting the dragon. And then you lose dragon. I think this is, so far, the worst thing you've done all game. You need to be objective focused. You need to play for the dragon. What does playing for the dragon mean? It means controlling this area. It's sitting in this bush. It's sitting in this bush. You see how Kha'Zix in a second here ganks Echo? I want you to imagine you're sitting in this bush. Kha'Zix walks in here. Kha'Zix walks in here, one-shotting him. Q, auto, E, R, Q. This literally kills Kha'Zix. Or, if it doesn't kill him, it gets him to like 10% HP, where he's forced to base. And now guess what? If he's based, that means you can do dragon because they have no smite. You see? And here, in a second, you missed it, but here, you see how Kha'Zix ganks from right side, so he was in the bush. Instead of doing wolves and raptors, we should be in that bush, getting vision. You know, Lulu wants to walk in and get vision here. How is she supposed to walk in versus Kha'Zix, right? We have no way to get vision control. These wolves give you nothing. Doesn't give you level up. Doesn't give you an item for this dragon. Same with the Gromp. You need to prioritize objectives. Killing camps is good when there's no objective up, right? But you should see camps is a way to get golden XP, and then you need to use that golden XP to secure objectives. But if you're prioritizing the camps over the objectives, you see how the logic breaks. The camps are to get strong, and then so when we're strong, we use that strength to get objectives. But if you're giving the objectives for the camps, it's just the circle. You know, it's the circle of shit. You know. So I think this is getting this third dragon. Not getting it is a really big deal. Because this game obviously goes late, and when you're fed early and you're playing a champ that doesn't scale that well, like Lee Sin, you really want games to just end early, which is the easiest way to end games early is Soul. Dragon Soul is the easiest way to wrap games up fast. But anyways, it's been done. We're still really strong. And now I ask you again, what's the next objective on the map? Next objective is Baron. So Baron should be the priority. If we get this Baron, that's how we win the game, you know? I don't know why you're taking Garen's wave. You should just be doing Red or Raptors. Garen will get the wave himself. Okay. We're sitting around mid. We're sitting around Baron. Looks like we're about to fight. Kick is not that good. I know you're looking for like a multi-man kick. I think you're overcomplicating it. You could just go for a one-man kick, but just kick a carry, right? You could literally kick Kha'Zix right now into your team. You could kick Morgana. You could Ward Hop right now and then kick Kaylin. I know this is a really tempted four-man kick. I get it, but I think you walk here and get a two-man kick like this, right? Don't overcomplicate it. It's more important to ult a priority target than it is to get a multi-man kick. You know, if I had to choose one, I had to get a priority target. Obviously, priority target is also way easier, right? So this fight had two problems. A, you're trying to be too fancy, and B, the more important glaring problem is number advantage. In League of Legends, the easiest and most simple way to win or lose fights is based off number advantage. What is number advantage? It's 4v5s, 3v2s, 2v1s, 4v2s. Number advantage is the easiest way to win games, easiest way to lose games. If you're behind, number advantage is the one way you can come back. If every lane's losing, then you need to 3v1, 4v2. You need to get number advantage and have more numbers in the fight. If you're ahead, the only way to lose games is to usually fight the number disadvantage. When you're ahead, as long as you fight 2v2s, 3v3s, 4v4s, 5v5s, even numbers, fights should be winning because you have an advantage. You're up gold, or you're up XP, or you're up items, right? In this case, you guys are way stronger, so the only way to lose is to take a number disadvantage fight. In this case, Echo is pushing bot, and they have 5 people here, so this is a 4v5. So you're opting into a 4v5 You could just let Garen die. It's fine. Or Garen, at this point, he actually looked like he was out. He only goes back in because he sees he has a 4-0 Lee Sin behind him, so he gets some confidence here, right? But the only way to lose a game, that's such a good position, is to force a 45, which this you're opting into a 45 right now. You could just danger ping, caution ping, click backwards, not go in, and it's fine. Instead, you opt into this fight, and now now if you're gonna go at 45, you better play this fight perfectly. Because if you play this fight suboptimally, you're gonna lose. Because you're already down numbers. So the only way to make up for the fact you're down numbers is to play the fight really, really well. In this case, obviously, your kick was useless. You got a one-man kick under. Out of all four of these guys, Caitlyn, Lux, Morgana, Kha'Zix, Tahm Kench is the most useless target to focus and the most useless guy to kick. So, first of all, I don't think you should even fight in general. Not worth the risk. And B, when you do take the fight, I think it's still winnable if you play it well. You don't have to play it perfectly. You have to play it well, and you did not play it. You played it terribly. You gotta focus the carry. You gotta focus the squishies. You did all your damage to a tank Lee Sin who doesn't matter, right? In this case, you guys die. You lose 1k shutdown, and you lose Baron. And this is obviously really, 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 really bad. So again, I think you should never have lost their dragon. You should never have lost Baron. And now the game has devolved into a really weird situation where they have Baron, which is thousands of gold of value. You end up killing Kha'Zix, which is good. So now you should get the dragon for free. But again, it just if you take anything from this VOD, it's the importance of objectives, importance of being to objectives early, and the importance of number advantage. If you're from behind, going for picks and playing with a number advantage can be the most important, like how you come back. And when you're ahead, like this game you were, you should have in mind the only way we lose is if we die. And the only way to lose fights is if we are down, if they have more numbers than we do. In that case, it was a 45. In this case, it's a 3v1, so you obviously kill them. That's how OP numbers are. I also do think I'm really happy with how much you prioritize camps early game. Most people have a problem skipping too many camps. I do think though you're taking it a little too far, and in the mid game, you're prioritizing camps over objectives or playing with your team. And again, camps should be seen as a source of getting strong. And then when you're strong, you have to use your lead to impact the map, have it be objectives or ganks or fights. But if you're ignoring ganks or fights to do camps, then it makes camps redundant. Garen gets Scott. I don't think it's your fault. This guy's just ending. Run away. Play for the dragon. The soul is in a minute. So I really want the soul if I was you. Okay. See how you're doing this. See how you're holding control before dragon. This is what you should have done for the third dragon. See how now they can't walk into you because if they walk into you they just die. Same way how you couldn't walk into Lux here before. Remember. So this is really good. That way the fact that you're here early, you're not doing Gromp, you're not doing Krugs, you're just here early holding the control. This is good. This is bad though. You need to again. Remember how this fight? I'll just go backwards to show you. This would be a perfect example. See how when they have control here, you can't walk in. You try to walk in here to go contest the dragon, and boom, they're throwing shit at you, right? And you don't know, you don't see anyone here, you don't see anyone here, and you're kind of scared to queue in because you don't see shit, right? Now I imagine a world where you're here, Lulu's here, and instead of Lux being in this bush throwing Qs, Lux is just right here throwing E's and Qs here. Now you're no scared because you see it's not in a bush, it's not Fog War. You see her if her teammates are next to you. You see if their teammates aren't next to her. Can I go in? Can I not go in? Like you have info because you see her. Like this, you're here. This is Lux, right? That is the exact example of this. Where was it? This is the exact same thing. If you just sit in this bush, right, or over this wall, and they try to walk in, you're throwing Qs over, you're threatening, to jump over and kick someone back. Like you have, they have no idea. This is all fog. This is all fog. They cannot see shit, right? They don't see anything here. It's all blind for them. But when you run into them like this, you're making it so much easier for them to play. They see you, they know what's happening, they know what they can do against it, blah blah, right? So here, you want them to walk into you. You're still running into them. This is still, if you were to show control, this is all our control. I'll do this in like blue or yellow. This is all our control. This is all enemy control, right? So you want to fight in your side. If I was to do it like here, this is our line. Every fight I want below this line, right? Every fight I want to not cross this line. This is all their control. This is where they have vision control. This is where now, obviously, besides Morgana, everything below this is fog. You have no idea someone in here, someone over this wall, someone below. You have no idea, right? So you want to play in your control, and you want to force them to walk into you. But here, you're just diving into them. You have no idea who's behind this Morgana. Okay, it's Lux, and then oh wow, Tahm Kench is in the bush too. Who would have guessed? And now, Kha'Zix in the bush, and Tahm Kench is behind you. and you're getting flanked and you die. Now you lose another dragon, and this would have been your soul. If you get soul, that kind of wins you the game on the spot, right? And you lose Baron. Looks like, yeah. So I mean, I would normally I'd just end the VOD right here. Obviously I'll finish it because it's only like 2 more minutes, but really the objective stuff is the most important thing. You lost both Barons for no reason. You lost 2 Dragons for no reason. Both were completely gettable. It's just, keeping track of numbers advantage, holding control, not walking into their control, skipping camps to be at objectives early so you could gain control and avoid them getting it, right? And playing with your team. I think at this point, now the game's over. Your soul is gone. They've gotten Baron twice, and now their champs have gotten the ability to scale. And Tompkins is unkillable. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, you can message me on Discord. I think your early game was good, but everything else needs work. But yeah, hopefully that is helpful. Goodbye.